Hello wonderful people, and welcome to this floral edition of Polly Put the Petal On. Welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, and today I needed the inspiration. I've not had any for quite some time, but felt quite flat. So instead of doing all the hauls and all that sort of stuff, we're going to be making my friend Ellie, she's one of my best friends, this lovely wreath. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I don't know where I'm going with it because I'm going in blind, guys, because I changed my mind up right at the last minute as to what I was going to do for her. You know, pre-Christmas I was going to be doing this is what I wanted to do, was pink roses and lamb's ear, and I still might add pink roses and lamb's ear. But I have also fetched up to the table some whites. Now I did fetch lemon as well. I fetched these up. I don't know whether you can see that properly with the glare off the window. I'm working in and amongst trumpet muck today, guys. You know, this is a pile of shoes that I'm going to be eBaying. They were on top of my wardrobe. When I told you the other day that I'd cleaned up, I really had cleaned up. They were all on top of my wardrobe. I don't wear them. You know, some shoes I can't wear actually since getting, I don't think you get fibromyalgia, do you? But since starting with it, can't pick my feet up in them. So I'll be selling all those. I've got a load of stuff down there as well. So if you see any rubbish kicking about, you know, what's new anyway? You know. So yeah, so today we are going to be doing this wreath. Now, I'm going to insert a picture of you know, you might remember seeing this as something entirely different. I'm recycling. I've unpicked it all off this frame. This is quite a large frame actually. I'm not sure what it is, but I had down in my petal shed, you may have seen it hanging up. I certainly didn't make it on the channel. My burlap harvest wreath, you know, autumn wreath. So I've unpicked it all. I've got quite some things that have come off it, and a little sign. There was the little sign, welcome sign. And I've unpicked it all, guys, because, you know, I've had it a few years now and I didn't use it last year, so it's not going to get used again. So I thought, well, why don't I recycle it? Now, Ellie is Sai, who I've been talking to you about, who carved this bowl and did the painting for me, and thank you so much for helping me out with where I could get one of those frames from. You know, you're all so very helpful. You really are really nice and kind, and you really do join in with me, which I absolutely love it. So thank you so much. I mean, I have thanked you all individually anyway, but you know, thank you all again. So Ellie is my NHS. She's one of my best friends, and she works for the NHS. She, you know, I told you quite some time back, I told you I'm very proud of her. You know, I've seen her go from student to, well, I've seen her go from schoolgirl, to be honest, and then choose a career and go from student, and now she's at the top. She can't go any more in her field. And she's a district. She works in the community. She's a district nurse, so she's just got a degree in something else again. So I'm very proud of her, you know, and I'm very grateful to people like Ellie, especially this past year, as we all are. You know, the NHS are absolutely wonderful. So I've been wanting to make her a wreath. Now, Ellie is very much like Sai, who they are very much like their mum, who is Mrs. Colley, and I've told you about Mrs. Colley. She had a seagrass flooring, you know, my kind of people. I told you that, I can't remember when. Recently, couple of three videos back. So I thought to myself, you know, because I was trying to envisage Ellie, really. And she loves all natural stuff and recycled stuff. Their mum was a great recycler. She recycled absolutely everything, Mrs. Colley did. You know, so I thought, right, so I looked and I thought, yeah, burlap, she'd love it. So I'm going along this. So what I've done is I've gone on the petal shed and I got myself a frame. Then I got myself a garland, and I've gone round the frame with the garland, Christmas garland that is, gone round the frame with a Christmas garland, and I have tied it on in various different points. Then I've fluffed it up, and then I have, because the burlap that I had on that wreath was it was a poof wreath, and it was all, so I poofed it like this. Can you see where I've poofed it? So I'd poofed it, puffed it, whatever you want to call it. I say poof because I first learned how to do those wreaths by watching those lovely American friends of ours, and you know, they say poof, so I say poof, but I think in Britain it would be puff, but to me that doesn't sound half as nice. So poof it is. So I I wanted ruffles this time because I knew the look that I wanted. Now this is looking a little bit flat, and I'm wondering to myself, should I have gone 2 layers with it? But I'm not going to change it now, guys. So this is how it is, and I hope, yeah, you can see that nicely, can't you? So this is how it is. So all I've done is alternate, and I've not even measured them. You know, this is as rustic as I'm going to get. So I've just gone in with this recycled burlap, cut it up, made ruffles, placed it in, and now, as I said, I'm going in blind because I'm not entirely sure what flowers to go with now. I can't make my mind up, guys. Just let me get a drink, because working with this burlap, it kicks up a load of fibres and makes you dry. I'm going to put that there because I don't want the fibres in my drink. And I'm going to take my glasses off. I love these. And you know, it's not as if I can run a poll very quickly and say, what do you think, guys? So I've got this, it's a member of the hydrangea family. I always get this mixed up. I'll get to it. I've got this, it's a member of the hydrangea family, verbena. No, it's not, it begins with V. And it's this kind of rose, and again, I'm not entirely sure what that is called. And I'm hoping it's not a Christmas rose, guys. Well, having said that, I may not even work with it. So let's hold. Let's hold. I mean, that does look pretty, doesn't it? Because they look quite wild, I think, don't you? So that is pretty. However, it's definitely not these, and I brought these up, but I don't think this is. I don't think this is going to go. That's like a lemon. A beautiful lemon rose. Do you know, I've had no inspiration at all for flowers, you know. And also I've needed, I have got things to be doing. And I could see my neighbour yesterday, because she'd asked me would I make her a wreath to go on her holiday home door. So I said, of course I will. But it's 3 weeks and I've still not done it, which is not like me at all. So I saw her hoovering a car out yesterday, and I knew that she must be getting ready to go down to Wales to her holiday home. And as you know, it was pricking my conscience, and I thought I need to get it done. So my other best friend, she came, and I said, oh, you know, give me some motivation and come down the petal shed with me. I can't, you know, anyway, she came with me. And so I ended up standing here and making the wreath for, well, sitting here and making the wreath for my neighbour across the road. And I took it to her, and you know, I said, you know, I apologised and stuff, but it did give me a kick up the bum, you know. It inspired me to crack on with the things that I need to crack on with. I mean, my mum wants something for her friend, who's very kind to her at the moment, you know, after losing our Donna. So my mum wants something for her friend in pink and purple, so I'm going to do something else as well. So yeah, I thought, right, no time like the present, Claire, let's get this done. So here we are, and this is what we're doing. So I don't even know whether I'm talking a load of gobbledygook or not. I just don't even know where I'm at today. My head's don't belong to me for some reason. So I've got this beautiful lamb's ear garland. I intend on taking pieces, gluing it in, and then do I use these? I think these are beautiful against the lamb's ear though, guys. So let's just go with it, shall we? And if it's a mess, so what I'll do is I'll place them in, and if it's a mess, which you know, it's not going to be a mess, is it? I'm a florist. But you know what I mean. If it's not to my satisfaction, then I'll rejig it, because like I say, I'm going in blind. I changed my mind at the last minute, and I've got no path, because for since pre-Christmas I was making pink roses and lamb's ear and just that, you know. But now I've thrown myself a curveball as I do sometimes. But I do think that is nice, don't you? The two different tones of the burlap. So let's see what we can come up with, shall we? Because I actually like burlap on white, but then I thought to myself, well, you've already got like a paler burlap, haven't you? You know, so we'll see. But the point is, we have to see now, don't we? Because, you know, we're at that point where I need to make a decision of what I'm going to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in fact, I think I need to go down the petal shed and get some glue. So I'll go and do that and plug this in, get this going, smoking. You know how it smokes. I'll open the window, and then I'll sit down because my back's about to break, and we'll have a quick chat, and I'll have a drink. And so that was 14 minutes, and I'll be right back. So I've just been having a play, guys. I've got the glue skillet on. I've got the window open, and I've just been having a play with the I think that looks really quite nice. I want it to be all round, you know. You know, I can add all the bits and pieces. What I did bring up was some of this hydrangea. I could break some of the pips off. So I've not glued anything in. I'm going to place all this in, and we'll see how it looks. I think I might have been quite loud when I was stood up, so forgive me for that, for the volume. So let me tip you down. All I'm doing basically is just repeating what I've done here. I do really like this burlap, but it doesn't half tickle your nose and stuff, you know, the fibres. This would be really nice for a wedding, you know, the burlap, a wedding or a christening, or even a lovely Christmas wreath actually, because burlap and Christmas decorations is absolutely lovely. So let's cut some more of these off. Maybe need a little bit more there. So take that out, put that one in. Another rose. Little bit more lambs here. So what we're doing is we're just building our main our main focus. One, two, three, four, no, five. There's five there. I'm going to go 6, I think, guys. This lamb's ear garland is really good, you know, for cutting up and stuff. Because by itself, even by itself, as a standalone garland, it's quite bushy. I mean, it's not top quality lamb's ear. Now that might need budging up over there a little bit, but let's see how we're getting on here. And I know already it does. So let's scooch this across. And I'll just stand up. Now let me see. Hold it up to the mirror. Yeah, it's very pretty that, but what I do need to do, guys, is put some, where I have started there, is to put lamb's ear on the outside as well. But what do you think already? These roses from the range are absolutely stunning, and for oh, couldn't speak. For $4.99, they're absolutely fabulous. You know, 9 heads on the yeah, 9 heads on the bunch. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pip off the hydrangea. Because depending on how full we want this, guys, you know, I did bring these, but I think it's too It's like sugar pink. This one is more in keeping natural with the rose, you know, the colour of the rose. So we'll see how we go. But I do think I want to use this. So I'm just going to hold it up again, folks. Look, I just love those roses and the lamb's ear and the burlap together. It's absolutely lovely, don't you think? So I think, honestly, I'm just wanted to hold it up to the mirror in the hall, guys. And I could see that I needed more lamb's ear here in this area. So my mum went to bingo last night, folks. She was ever so excited to get there. And she took a photograph of our Donna, because our Donna used to go bingo with her. They were best friends, my mum and Donna. I mean, me and everybody's best friends in the family, aren't they? But them two, they palled around together. You know, they used to go to 1 o'clock clubs together and stuff. You know, our Donna was only 53, but she loved it. So my mum took a photograph of our Donna in a handbag. And I don't know whether she won or what, but just knowing that she's got out and stuff and gone to see her friends, you know, I'm hoping it's done her the world of good. I mean, obviously a game of bingo and sitting with her friends isn't gonna, but you know what I mean, don't you? So yeah, so she went to bingo, so that's good to know, isn't it, that the bingos are allowed to operate again. So I think I'm going to glue this in, guys, and then come back and then start adding other bits and pieces. And maybe I could break that up again, because I don't think I want. So can you see? I'll check that out. But yeah, this would be ideal for a wedding wreath, wouldn't it? On a table. Wait a minute. One tip. Excuse that, it's dusty. But you know, on a table, wedding table in a hurricane vase, like that. Can you see? Ideal, really. Pretty and still low enough. You know, we've talked about that in the past, haven't we? You know, when you're doing a table decoration, you want it to be low enough. Or if it was to be high, you would want the stem, you know, so that the people at the table could talk across to each other, so that it's not blocking views and you're not trying to dodge it. So yeah, this would still be lovely for a, you know, a centerpiece on a wedding table. So yeah, I'll just put that there. Right, okay then. So I'm going to glue this in. I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me gluing all that in. And then I'll come back and we'll take it another level, okay? So guys, all I've done is broke one of these pips up. And on there's 3. So split it off. And all I'm doing, guys, it's really simple, is just going in between the roses. I'm not saying I'm going to keep it like this, because I know I need something going on the outside. I'm just going to hold that up. Yeah, and I've decided just to go on the outside for a minute. Done my usual trick, gone quiet. Oh, I'll have to sit down, my back. I'll just hold that up. Yeah, I feel as if it's lacking something, guys. Let's just break another pip up. Fair amount of planes going out today, guys. Hold it up. Yeah, I really like this. So I'm definitely gonna put those in there. And tease your little petals out. I'm gonna be doing a few bits on a few wedding bits. I was thinking the other day, I thought to myself, we've been together now, you and I, for every season, haven't we? Spring, summer, autumn and winter, with it being a year on the 12th of May. And but we haven't been through every floral season. So I thought to myself, well, you know, I could do, because it is wedding season, isn't it? I could do some wedding bits. I'm not an expert on weddings, guys, but I can show you Billy basics, you know, if you're interested at all. I even thought at one point, will I do a little bit of fresh flowers. I've got this frame. You'll remember I hold this frame. It's a B&M, so it'll be my last B&M or the one before that B&M. B&M? Have you got any ham? You can have an ham sandwich. Oh, my head today. It's away with the fairies. It was my last B&M haul. or maybe the one before that. And I got this frame. Now I got this frame for a reason, and the reason is I follow a Japanese florist who's absolutely wonderful. In fact, I follow a few Japanese florists. She's absolutely wonderful, and I've taken inspiration from her. I mean, her flowers are second to none, and they're fresh. You know, they're not. Come on, Claire, I can't think straight, guys. I really apologise for today. They're not artificial. They're fresh flowers and absolutely stunning. And so I thought, right, but it will be my take on it, you know, and it will be, I'm not using the mirror, by the way, the mirror will be gone. I did say that in my haul. It will be my take on, well, I'm taking inspiration from that lady. And incidentally, the last lady I took inspiration from my moon vase, now follows me on Instagram, and when I post my work, I get a like from her. So that's, if that's not spirit lifting, you know, it has, it's boosted my spirits, because I couldn't believe it that she actually, I did my moon vase, and I did my moon vase, and she is the lady who inspired me, and she gave me a thumbs up for it. So I'm really over the moon with that. So anyway, so I'm going to be doing for this. So yeah, I'm thinking a few wedding-y bits, you know, because I have done certain parts of, in fact, I've done all the basics of wedding at college. So we could do that if you like. And if there is anything else that you'd like to see, or, you know, just leave it in the comments or email me or something, you know, and I'll see what I can do. Because, you know, I'm always happy. I don't want to be bringing you stuff that you don't want to be seeing. So the other thing I was going to ask you as well, guys, as I was going to run a poll, and I still might actually, to see when you guys watch me the most, because and also to ask you, have you got your notification bells on? Because there's some of you that are saying that you didn't even know I'd posted. So apparently if you do hit the notification bell, I must admit I've never done it myself. If you do hit the notification bell, you will be notified when I upload. But the other thing I wanted to do is I am going to run a poll, and then I'll see it in black and white, as to when you guys like to watch me, because I have no clue. YouTube does tell me on, if I go on my desktop, it will tell me, you know, certain times when many of my subscribers are on. But I'm asking you personally, you know, rather than a computer tell me. I would rather ask you personally, what's your best days? Because Tuesday is a great day for me, but other than that, I can go any day. So I'm going to run a poll, and I hope you join in with that, and let me know. So this is going to be an up and coming project. We're doing this one now, that can easily be adapted. It's going for my friend's door, but it can easily be adapted for a centerpiece with a hurricane lamp. For I have also got in my loft, I've got some beautiful ornate candle holders that I will be bringing down, and I will do a wedding piece on those. And again, it could be used as a centerpiece because they're on legs. It's very ornate. I think I might met when we went to Craft in the Attic in that video when it was Christmas, and we went and looked at all my Christmas stash. I think you saw them in that. They're lovely, but they could go on a table because they're tall, so you can still see through. Do you know what I mean? So we'll be doing that. And basically, let's have some, well, I've already started with, you know, with the thingy. I've got my inspiration here for this, and I'm going to stop talking now, guys, and get on with this job at hand. So I've forgotten what I was doing entirely. Gosh. Yeah, I was gluing these in, guys. My head's dead woolly today. Sometimes, you know, I can be talking to you and go off camera, and it's as if I've been drunk, you know, and I'm not drunk. It's because I've got it's like my head's full of wool. So just please bear with me and take me as you find me, or take me with a pinch of salt. Do anything really with it you like, but you know, I hope I'm bringing something to you that might be beneficial to you. But it is true that I think it's fibromyalgia that does it, you know. So I don't want to overdo this, guys. I'm going to be honest, because I think that burlap speaks for itself, and I don't want to. In fact, I think that's what I might leave it at that. The thing is with me, as you know, I'll never change. I will say goodbye to you, then I'll hang it up, then I'll look at it, then I'll bring it back to the table. I'm a shocker for doing that sort of stuff. But for now, what do you think? There's hardly anything to it, guys, is there? You know, if you wanted to do it yourself. And I will tell you, that burlap came from Hobbycraft when I bought it, which is about 3 years ago. I got rolls of it, you know, and it did come from Hobbycraft. So, and I love the two-tone of the, but I think Ellie's going to absolutely love this, guys. I haven't gone over the top with it because I don't think it needs it, because I want that burlap showing. I'm not hiding it, you know. I think the rose is a standalone perfection. And it's got a little sprinkling of hydrangea pips, and it's got that beautiful lamb's ear. Now, even to the side, and all right, you can see that it's, you know, but I'm not going to waste product. I'm not going to waste product on that, you know. So maybe just go round the edge, because even if it was on a table, you couldn't see that. You know, if like I'm sat on a table now, if that was at the centre, I couldn't see it. So maybe just go around, because I don't want to chuck loads of product at it to make it look overdone then. It's simplistic, it's rustic, and yet it's beautiful at the same time. That's what I think. What do you think, guys? I think Ellie's going to love it because it's right up her alley. And, you know, I've not only done the rustic, because she, you know, that's the way she is. Her and her husband, they go up to Scotland, and, you know, they go in their van and they sleep in the van and stuff. And, they're just really mellow people. They're my kind of people, you know. I'm an old hippie, and they're kind of much the same, to be honest. And Si's just a wizard, don't you think? So, what do you think of that, guys? I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. See, I'm going to woman R now, guys. I'm going to the mirror and I'll be back. No, I'm not touching it. I think it's beautiful as is, and I think Ellie is absolutely going to love it. And you know something? I like that so much. I am going to... I've got some more. I'm going to make myself one. I'll be sure to make it on camera. The other thing is, I've only got one door, and there's another thing I'm going to be making on camera too. And it's another wreath for myself. So, you know, perhaps I could have one this side of the door, one the other side of the door. Or I could put it on the back door, but you know, I won't see it on the back door. I won't see it on the front door because I don't go out. It's just that, you know, sometimes I sit here in my seat down there and I watch people pass, and depending on what I've got on the door, that is, you know, like when I had the Easter, not yeaster, when I had the Easter swag on the door, parents were stopping, you know, with their little children and pointing at it and stuff, and I just thought, oh, I love that, I just love it. And then when you see people going past, you know, I've got my summer wreath on now, and you see people, well, it was that stopgap one, you remember, and I see people going past, and I, you know, they're looking at it, and I think, oh, it is lovely, and it's nice, you know, for passers-by to get a little buzz as they're walking on. So yeah, I've got so many that I want to make myself. I hope you really like this, guys. I will just show you again with that hurricane lamp in it, because it's ideal for a wedding table. Can you see? It's ideal. I think I might, I'll use that as my thumbnail actually, and I will perhaps call it a wedding table thingy, even though this is going to Ellie, and she'll either put it on a door or on a wall or whatever. I'm really pleased with that, and I think Ellie will love it to pieces. Lots of fibres off that burlap though, guys. Lots of fibres. So that's it for this one, folks. Like I say, thank you. Oh, look what I've just found. I haven't got a lot of it though. No, because it's getting lost in it. Like I say, I've totally forgotten. Thanks so much for tuning in. I've been a little bit all over the place, in, out, off, on, mingled up with my words and stuff. Head full of fluff. Bad back. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for all being such lovely people who share the same interests, and you know, thanks for always leaving lovely feedback, and yeah, you know, I always pause at that because I am grateful, and without sounding cheesy, you know, I don't want to sound cheesy, and I don't want to sound self-righteous, but I do think that I owe you, each and every time I come on, massive thanks, because you're all so lovely. And you know, one of you emailed me with a picture of where I could get the photo frame from. You all responded to the frame. Yeah, most of you responded to the frame and told me where I could get it from, and I think, oh, that's, you're all just so lovely and kind. You know, you really are. So, and yeah, I don't want to sound cheesy over it, but I do want to sound grateful, because I am grateful. So guys, I think I'm going to call it a day. I absolutely love this one, really do. I'm so glad that I decided to take the harvest wreath apart. Let me know what you think about this, guys. Would you have it on your door? Would you have it on your wedding table? Do you think it's nice and rustic? I will let you know what Ellie thinks of it. I haven't got a plan to go over yet, but I will be making one now that I won't be going empty-handed, because I can take the wreath. Not only can I take the wreath, I can take a Christmas present. I did see her at just before Christmas, just after my birthday, just before Christmas, but I hadn't got anything ready at all. You know, I had got a present, but I hadn't wrapped it. And, you know, I'd lost our Donna, and, you know, Ellie was there just to, she could only stand on the step, of course, because of COVID. And Ellie was there not to receive gifts, but to give love. So, and with all that said, folks, I'm giving you my love, and I'll see you all next time, which will be Tuesday. But will you please keep your eye out for the poll, and give me some kind of guidance as to what your best days are and when you think I should post. I don't know how to do the poll, so bear with me, but I will be running that, and I really hope you can let me know and give me some guidance on that, if you don't mind. I'd rather hear from you yourselves than the YouTube algorithm, if that's all right. And then I'll work my videos around you. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, guys, if you're not receiving, you know, if you don't know I've been on, and I have been on, because quite a few of you have told me now that you didn't even know, or that you've missed videos. So thanks all very much for watching and being such lovely people, and I'll see you all again, and it will possibly be Tuesday. Have a wonderful bank holiday, and it's going to be absolutely glorious, so I can't wait to hear. And please leave a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you're all up to this weekend. Take care. Bye.